Well, the war in Ukraine was the main issue raised today by the French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne when she opened Parliament. She said France must stand with the rest of Europe in resisting what she called Russian imperialism in Ukraine, and she dismissed the referendums held there recently as a sham.
Le président de la République l'a rappelé.
The president has already said it, but we of course don't recognize the results of Russia's alleged referendum or the illegal annexation by Vladimir Putin. It's nothing more than provocation. Also, Russia's partial mobilization is a twofold admission of weakness. It's weakness their military didn't expect, but also an internal weakness. The mobilization has been met with weakness, and many have fled abroad.
Entraîne des contestations et des départs massifs vers l'étranger.
Well, listening to that was our reporter Luke Schrager, who's at the National Assembly. He joins me now. Luke, what was Borne's main message today?
Well, as France's National Assembly re-entered session and went into a debate on the consequences of the Ukrainian war for France and its people, very much a message of tribute and praise and indeed ongoing support for Ukraine from French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne. She had the same message as President Volodymyr Zelensky has had for months, really painting the fight as a resistance to an attack on democracy, resisting Russian imperialism, the same message that we've heard for months on end, painting it as a threat to world order. Now, it was also a message that was seemingly designed to get French MPs on the same page as well. We had seen some criticism from across the political spectrum, from both left and right, far right in fact, in terms of resistance to sanctions or resistance to initially arming Ukraine. That's the kind of support that is going to be continuing from the government as it moves forward. Given these long-term consequences that Elisabeth Borne has been talking about, she said that France is in it for the long haul and that more effort would be needed. The implication being that is the question is whether French MPs will completely get on board with that, with the government's moves to continue this kind of support. Again, Emmanuel Macron's government lost its majority at the last election, so it needs to find consensus and support beyond its own party if it wants to get such measures passed. Now, there is going to be a push to stand up for those beliefs. Again, coming back to Ukraine, saying that it was an attack on the values of France and Europe as a whole. It goes to show just how high these stakes are globally with the new political session moving forward towards the winter.
Luke Schrager at the National Assembly, the lower house of Parliament. Thanks very much indeed.